I do something at Chipotle that Covino has a major problem with, and I think it's worth setting up now. We'll dive into more.
It's kind of gross.
I don't think it's gross at all. I go to Chipotle twice a week because I think it's the best fast food place. This is not a commercial. I'm giving them props.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I think if you're going to eat crappy, it's not really that crappy. It's like, what do you got? A chicken bowl with guac and rice.
It is heavy, though.
It is salty.
I always feel like heavy after that.
But
it's good.
If I'm getting a burrito bowl or burrito for my wife and it's like $35, $40.
Okay, so what?
Overpriced, but delicious.
It doesn't give you a right to do what you're about to say.
I'm a Chipotle fan. Covino has a problem. You got a problem with this? Covino has a problem that my little FU back to Chipotle is I grab a big pile of forks and a huge stack of napkins.
No, stacks and handfuls of utensils. Handfuls. Like barrels of utensils he has collected and condiments.
Because you're taking the food to a picnic?
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason there's a $35 burrito. Because of him.
But let's put a little bow on this conversation. Covino thinks I'm a thief, and he doesn't get
I don't think
that
you're
it's
a thief.
normal behavior.
I think that you think that
normal
you're
behavior.
above the law because if everybody did what you did, there would be a major problem. You know, if everybody did what you did, there would be utensils locked up like deodorants at CVS. You'd have all your utensils, you'd have all your condiments, you'd have all the things Rich is stealing, napkins behind the counter. There's a reason when you go to Starbucks, all the condiments now are behind the counter. You have to ask for a straw, you have to ask for a lid, because jabroni idiots like Rich think they're above the law and they're stealing it by the handful. No exaggeration. Here's what's going on. Rich goes to Chipotle, and he's like, yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive for everybody. You're not any more special than me or anyone else spending money. So he thinks it's okay for him because he looks like an innocent man, because he thinks he's handsome and he can get away with it. He thinks he could take the plastic knives and forks and spoons by the handful. When I say the handful, I'm not exaggerating. He takes like 20, 30 for his whole family for the week every time he goes. And he takes stacks, not like 5, 10 stacks of napkins. I have photo proof of it, and he thinks it's okay because he's Rich Davis.
Chipotle made
If I got caught doing that,
Please.
they would have me there and call the authorities. But Rich could do it because he's rich. Get out of my face with that.
The word stealing is
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
By the way, you're stealing from the bottom line. If you're complaining why burritos are so expensive, stop stealing their utensils.
That's an asinine conversation.
No, it's not.
First of all,
it's still their bottom line. It's
Sam,
it's their inventory, and you're giving the poor guy that works there extra work every time you go in there because you think you're entitled to steal stuff.
Sam, I'm prepared to answer all your questions, but let me make a couple
I'm
things.
just laughing back here. This is so good.
Let me make a couple things very clear. Chipotle made $1.3 billion last year.
And they would have made more if you weren't stealing all their inventory.
Okay, me, from stealing napkins at the
It's
Topanga's Chipotle.
not me defending Chipotle. I don't care about how much money they made. It's about what's right and what's wrong.
Billions and billions.
I'm defending the principle.
Remember the CEO of Chipotle said, hey, if you feel like you're not getting enough meat, give them a little, a little more. This is Chipotle is doing just fine. They're popping up everywhere. Again,
They're not doing just fine. People complain of shrinkflation because the burritos are smaller. You know why? Because they have to cut corners somewhere because they're losing money because Rich is stealing
those
stacks
are
of
fat-ass
napkins.
burritos, and I know you like fat asses. Hold on. Let me look at Chipotle's stock right now.
And by the way, we're
good
not
day in the
exaggerating.
market, by the way.
You have no idea. He has barrels at home full of Chipotle utensils.
Cracker barrels?
Cracker barrels.
By the way, Chipotle's had a rough month in the market, probably because of my napkin thievery.
Okay.
You can't steal something, by the way, that's not for sale. It's not stealing. It's using your liberties to
Okay,
take.
did you ever respect the kid trick-or-treating where the sign clearly said take one or take something appropriate? There's an appropriate level. Everyone takes a few extra, maybe a few napkins for your glove compartment, maybe a few
Yeah, when you get a runny
straws.
nose in the car.
Big deal. That's appropriate.
You got to wipe your mouth
What
in the car.
you're doing is absurd. There's a level of appropriate, and then there's absurd because you think you're above the law. Did you think the kid that took the entire bowl of Halloween candy was a good guy?
You're comparing
No.
me to that guy?
Yeah, because you're a grown-up jerk. Because that's what a jerk would do. And you're better than that. Like I said, disappointed. That's stealing. It is stealing.
Didn't you tell me that your grandmother used to take every jelly from but and
Jelly
every little
packets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? What are you saying about your?
She was a poor Mexican woman. You're a guy that does pretty damn well. You should be embarrassed.
But that generation was thrifty. Rich is just a thief.
Yeah. And I don't know. He's a national radio broadcaster making. They call him Daddy Stacks. Daddy Stacks.
Stacks of napkins.
He can't buy his own. Yeah. He can't buy his own napkins. Yeah. Now I know why they call him that.
Do you want to pay for napkins?
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Okay, if you're taking a lot of plastic utensils, are you actually using them, or are they just piling up in your house?
Every time you come to my house for a football party or a little
you're using
holiday
the
event,
Chipotle
he thinks he's
silverware?
being resourceful
yes.
from stealing at Chipotle.
I don't think that plastic silverware is actually very expensive to begin with. So maybe it's both, Rich, why are you doing that? And also Chipotle's like, we can just give you as many forks as you want.
You know what? I'm not going to say what I'm doing is awesome, but I will say this. When I'm checking out of Chipotle.
Rich is trying to enact a little bit of revenge.
Yes. You know what? Because sometimes I'll be like, all right, burrito bowl.
But Sam, if everybody did that, you'd be causing
I have a
major
question
problem
here. Is the Chipotle that's closest to Rich's house, is the manager there like every other week, like, why are we always out of napkins and forks and spoons?
Yeah, that's why.
And then other places report in, they're like, no, we don't have any shortage of napkins and forks.
My point is, and I think you might feel me on the thought of, you get to the register, you're like, I just got 2 burritos and it's $40. My tiny little FU to Chipotle, which I love, by the way.
But you're patronizing them. You're a patron of them.
I spend $80 a week there.
Like
in my mind,
it's like a love-hate relationship. You're going there.
In my mind, I'm taking 10 forks and a stack of napkins. I'm doing it. It's how I'm operating.
It doesn't make it right because you're doing it that way.
You are willingly coming back and you're buying their product and you're like, but I still hate you because you're so expensive.
What I do.
But I love your product.
I buy their product too, and I take an appropriate amount of utensils.
All right, let me give you another one. I saw at the supermarket, Dan Byer, this might blow your mind. At the supermarket, they sell Chick-fil-A sauce in a bottle. Who would buy it when you just go to Chick-fil-A and say, throw like 10 in the bag? Oh, are you buying Chick-fil-A sauce in a bottle?
That's good sauce.
Is Rich wrong, or does he make a point? I think he's way better than that. This guy makes a good living. We have like 3 jobs. He's doing all right. He doesn't need to stoop this low to make a point. Like, give me a break.
But if he was
this
from
is major cheapskate behavior. It's sort of like trashy behavior. This guy, you should see, we're not even exaggerating, how many he has. It's ridiculous. He's doing this so that he can be a family fun guy and invite everybody over. Like, yeah, use as many utensils you want. I steal them anyway.
All right, next time you come to my house, BYOF, bring your own fork.
I mean,
you should be
ridiculous.
forced to bring a Chipotle banner and put it up in your house, like they sponsor it, for like advertising.
Why is this party's napkins say Chipotle?
You know what
on
else he does? This trash bag. You think he's like a good guy because he's like handsome, like I said? That's not it. He actually steals milk too. No, it doesn't end with utensils.
No, I don't steal. This is
I've
an old
heard about
milk from
this,
where?
yeah.
This is an old story. I'll explain.
In elementary school?
No, it's where he lived.
I'll explain to defend myself. And then we're going to talk about the New York Football Giants. And I
want to stick on this topic. It's so good.
I'm getting out of here. No, so I used to.
I got forks to steal.
Before I have kids now, but when I was a single man, no other people attached to me. When I was just a single man, once in a blue moon, if I needed like a quarter cup of milk or something, there was a deli coffee station across the street from my house that I would frequent every day. I would eat from their little buffet. You know, a supermarket has like their weigh your food and all that.
Doesn't give you the right. You're just a customer, bro. You're not special.
I would go to the coffee station and fill up a quarter cup of milk and bring it home.
But I was there every day. So what? Who cares? You're a customer. That doesn't give you the right to steal their milk.
If this was Great Depression Rich,
No,
born in 1915, dies in 1990, and he's taking a little milk or some oyster crackers or
Smart
some jelly
guy.
packets, you'd be like, oh, he's thrifty and resourceful.
He's justifying. He's saying he wouldn't go through a whole gallon, so he would go there and steal a few cups of milk a week so he just had it in his house for cereal or whatever.
I'm just saying, I'll wrap it with saying this, because who cares? It's fun. It's funny. I get it. Make fun of me all you want, but Covino's the first guy. Let's say we did an event.
No,
Danny
I'm the
J.
first guy that they'd be yelling at because they saw me doing it. That's why I have an issue with it. I would not get away with this. They would be like, yo, what are you doing with that stack of napkins? I couldn't say, hey, man, I'm having a party this weekend for the Giants game. They'd be like, yeah, why don't you take like 5 or 6, not 600 like you do?
And no one's going to stop you.
All right.
Let's say we're at an event, and let's say it was with MLB. Danny J, we just went to the All-Star game in Hotlanta. Let's say we go to like the press area, and they have a craft services table, as they call it, right, with all the little snacks and goodies.
Mm-hmm. We've seen those before.
Covino's the first guy to be like, I'm going to put like 10 beef sticks in my bag. And, they have Nutri-Grain bars? Let me grab some of those.
That's not true.
Are you Uncle Frank
I
from
think
Home
what's
Alone?
appropriate. If I take like 2 things of peanuts, like who cares? It's appropriate. You know, this conversation is you're taking an absurd amount. There's an appropriate amount, an absurd amount.
For the media, when they try to feed all the moochers at these games and stadiums and arenas, they put out extra knowing that the media guys all carry backpacks. Trust me.
And Danny,
they know you're going to take 4 or 5.
You love grabbing stuff off of those tables.
Oh, at the boxing events, the what is it, the media row or the radio rows that they have a table with like 100 granola bars. Yeah, I'm going to take 3 of them back to the hotel room.
Now, how do you benefit from this stupid banter if you have people coming over for an NFL kickoff less than 2 weeks away?
Just get your napkins and forks at Chipotle. The end.
That's basically what Rich is saying. It's the cheapskate tip of the day. You could have a whole party funded by free utensils from whatever Chipotle's in town.
Should we do this every day? Cheapskate tip of the day?
I know why you want to let Jim Harbaugh slide, because you guys have the same character.
It's a character flaw.
Understood.
It's a character flaw. It's like I am above the law. It's Steven Seagal and Rich Davis. I'm going to do what I want.
Fired. We can wrap it right
funny.
there.
All right, your thoughts at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio.